How's it going, everybody? This is Philosoph, and this is my first video out of the bridge level on the Final Fantasy Tactics 1.3 Deep Dungeon. This fight features the Steel Giants, got 11 basically worker 8s and an engineer. And what I'm doing with this squad is basically everyone is a knight or a monk. They have some very nice health. I have more of an assassin type character. But as you'll see, everyone has Chaos Blade that I caught from the Great Thief before it got removed from the game. But so they all have regen, they all have high health, they all have move HP up, and they all have damage split. They are going to be doing some massive tanking and very passively killing off and weakening a lot of these robots. Meanwhile, my monk, he's going to be my more assassin type character. As you can see from my opening moves, what's going to happen is Ramza is going to charge a quick onto the monk. So he can pole vault his way right over to the engineer. Because that engineer over there, he has item. So I have to kill him in order to make everything else work. Otherwise he can start healing and resing, and that's just way too cumbersome. So the monk gets quick charged onto him. Goes forward a little bit, quick resolves, successfully lands, he goes forward a little bit more, and then proceeds to kill the engineer right off the bat. Uh, Starting off transparent is very nice, because this engineer has abandon and a feather mantle, so if he doesn't start off invisible, then he doesn't have concentrate, and then he doesn't get the kill. It's like a 200% shot from the front. That isn't going to happen. Also, he has sunken state, so he's hopefully was going to happen, and thankfully did this time. Was he'd get hit, and then he'd turn in transparent, and he was set. Now that he's transparent, the only people the robots can see are the people who have damage split. So they're all going to charge forward a little bit as best they can, and use their dispose ability. Dispose is it's about 8, I think it's 8 panel range, but it's also the weakest of their attacks. So as soon as these guys slowly get into melee range, then they become very, very dangerous. What I'm hoping to do is have a couple of them killed up before that point happens, but we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, everyone else is rocking, because they are, of course, knights without anything special. Those two are rocking 12 speed, so they're just going to be moving forward a little bit and getting onto a nice even panel, so Ramza can haste them all up when his turn comes back up again. Meanwhile, white magic is surprisingly very good here. Normally, things like Phoenix, Down, and Revive take the cake, but with everyone having 700, 800 health, a raise will heal you for 400, which here means survival into the next round, also means extra damage split, so that's awesome. Haste resolves, doesn't resolve on the male knight simply because he, I think, has neutral compat and medium level faith, so it's like 60% resolution rate. Anyways, Reyes is my basically a Tree of Life that does weaker heals but has damage split. Then my monk's back up and he can kill anything here in one hit, so that's his main job. He's also very squishy, so if Sunken State does not work, I just have to revive him before his turn comes back up again and play the AT game there. But Reyes had to move forward a little bit to hit that monk, so all these robots in the back, they are able to hit her, but she's able to fight her back a little bit. Doesn't have her first damage split didn't work, so she's going to be dying right here quite horribly. But she also has rear raise, so I'm not too concerned about it. Come on, sunken state, and failure. Monk's gonna die now too. Yeah, so thankfully I'm also very res happy on this team. So yeah, I have a white mage and someone with item right now. Ramza has time match, was able to quick whoever needs to be quicked and keep the haste up. Because all these robots, they have like 12 speed, so I can usually get a double turn in every now and then, and use that very much to my advantage to heal up and res up and get back up to max before they all go again. Because part of these robots' strength is the fact that they're all 12 speed, and they all go at the same time. So they are able to obliterate you in one fell swoop before you can usually react to it. So, let's see, res up the monk, res up Rias. Yeah, if res connects, she'll be resing with 400 health. Meanwhile, the fact that all these guys have move HP up in regen means that if they eat 1 or 2 disposes during their turn, they are completely healed up at the start of the next one. Also, one of the unfortunate side effects with my monk is because he has such low health, he's always going to be the primary target of all these disposes. And he doesn't have move HP up, he doesn't have regen, so he's going to be very prone to death, so he's just going to die and get rezzed a whole bunch as this fight goes on. So, my white mage got a quick turn, so she's able to turn around and do something about that monk once again. This time with a little more health, maybe he can survive the first dispose. Maybe it's like 230. He'll just like barely survive, and then Sunken Sail will trigger, and he'll be golden. Unless, of course, Reyes does something about it, which she is, because everyone's all bunched up, so she heals them all. See what I can do here. Yeah, Ram's just a glorified time mage. She's there for haste and quick and minor damage. He doesn't have attack up, he has short charge. Monk comes back up, kills another guy. Now we have 2 down after all of this. But as you can see, everyone else is starting getting a little bit weaker. My knight, with move HP up, these guys are slugs. They can't move worth crap. They're just meant for taking damage. So I throw a little ether onto Ramza, then move right there to kind of be a roadblock for all these robots that are trying to get in and do some real damage. These ones should just do dispose. So anyways, my monk got disposed once again. Yeah, because he didn't, Sunken State didn't trigger. So, yeah, always nice when that happens. After the monk, usually my female knight is the next target because she doesn't have, she's the lowest health out of all the rest of these people. So I'm holding her in the back a little bit to prevent everyone from swarming her, but she's going to get swarmed anyways. Thankfully, for this little bit, she's a damage split goddess, so she repels, looks like 3 of these things in a row. Yeah. And they all suffer about 240 damage just by attacking her, between the knockback type damage from the work skill set and this damage split. And then she pops right back up with re-raise. Awesome, isn't it? But we got 2 of these little bastards that are a little bit off sync, so she can't do anything about it. She's going to be dying, because these guys are coming up soon, so may as well charge her raise and make sure that she dies in the first place, I guess. Yeah, those 2, they're definitely going to be gunning her down. So, what can I do with Ramza? Oh, I can try quicken that knight, but it's not too successful. No point in quickening her, she'll be dead. I can move some places, but everyone here is too high of a health. So, and race is coming up too soon, it'll be a waste of a quick. So let's go for the good old-fashioned 50% chance quick. Ooh, and she gets melee down for 9 safety. That's horrible. Ramza too, but Ramza has protect. So that worked out very much to his advantage right there. Quick resolves and it fails. Meh. Yeah, right here, you just see race is coming up twice. Here's where I got my double turn. So, using that to my full advantage, res up some people. Knock some skulls with this monk guy. Kill the high health guy, let's go for him. Teleport won't work, so let's take out this little one. And then this knight's about to go again, so try to charge another quick onto him, and getting a double turn for him. looking around a little bit, checking his compat. I don't use him all too often, so he's a Leo, seeing how these other guys work with Leo. Because he'll do about 650 with his Chaos Blade, PA gear, and attack up, which is not enough to kill these guys, and they have counter, and I want to save my health. So I just throw out a little res, pray for a quick turn, which I do thankfully get. So I use that to actually use an elixir. I think this is like the first time I've used it in my game ever. And heal up my female knight, then move back into position. And for lack of better options, Rias will do her little heal.